What is up, guys? It is me, Dalton TRM, and today we are doing the debut of SmackDown R&R, basically the series that I did for Raw, but I'm also going to be doing it for SmackDown. This episode of SmackDown was, it was alright. I mean, most of the matches, they were just fine. Nothing really too crazy happened, but I'm just going to review and I'm gonna change up the way I did it, because with the Raw R&R I did, it was kind of all jumbled up, all out of proper order. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna review a segment and or match, and then I'll give my reaction, and then just go onward, because I feel like that would be easier. So that's how I'm gonna do that. But yeah, this is the January 10th, 2025 SmackDown episode, and yeah, let's start it. So we're starting off with the Paul Heyman, Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga segment. I basically just summed up everybody who was in it. So let's see. The show started with Paul Heyman heading down to the ring and starting a promo. And he said, "There comes a time when you cannot wait to speak to the entire island of relevancy, and tonight is one of those nights." Heyman continued by saying there's only one reigning, defending, undisputed tribal chief of WWE, and that is Roman Reigns. Heyman said that he will not just share this with everyone at home and in the arena. He wants to share this information with one man, Cody Rhodes. Cody came out, and then Heyman tells Cody that Cody has been such a great champion, blah, 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 real buttering him up. And Roman has asked Heyman himself to tell Cody face-to-face that now Roman has his Ula Fala back. He wants his title back. Roman Reigns will get his title back by going into and winning the 2025 Royal Rumble. Right when Cody was about to talk to Heyman, Kevin Owens started talking from the crowd, and he said that he thought Cody could not get any worse. And it got worse, because on Raw, Cody shook The Rock's hand and is now doing the same thing with Paul Heyman. And Owens continued by saying 30 seconds after shaking Heyman's hand, he told you that Roman wants his title back, and it's your fault, because you should have let the bloodline tear Roman to shreds. But Cody didn't let that happen. Cody then jumped out of the ring, up the barricade to start laying it into him, and they ran up the crowd. And Heyman, who was back in the ring watching it, all like, he turned around, and Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga were just standing there menacingly. And yeah, they were backing him up. They were getting ready to beat up the wise man again. But before they could lay a hand on him, Jimmy Uso came out, and he was defending Heyman, super kicks around and all that. And then he started getting 2-on-1. But Cody came back out again and fended off Fatu and Tama Tonga with Jimmy Uso. Officials were coming out, separating them. And Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes, they had a stare down. So that's all one segment. So let me just get the reaction in for all these. So Roman Reigns being in the 2025 Royal Rumble. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. I don't think Roman's going to win, but adding him in, that does give a lot of more star power, because there I got John Cena announced, who, by the way, is going to win. But having Roman Reigns in there, that's definitely going to be interesting. So yeah, that'll be cool. Kevin Owens basically just calling Cody out for his shit, basically. About teaming up with The Rock and everyone in the bloodline, the OG bloodline. Fair enough. I really don't think Cody should side with anyone from the OG bloodline, but I mean, he's just a good guy, Him fighting Kevin Owens up the steps, that's normal. And then the Cody and Jacob Fatu stare down. Let me tell you, if Cody Rhodes fights Jacob Fatu, hell, let's say Saturday night's main event here in January, if they do that, that match is going to be fire. It is going to be good. I'm saying that right now. Um, then after the commercial break, Fatu and Tonga were arguing with the officials backstage. Jacob, getting violent, shoved a few of them, and you ain't gonna take me away, blah, blah, blah. And then LA Knight just came in and shoved him out the door. Basically, he pushed him and knocked him out of the arena door, kind of locked him out. That was funny. And then let's go to our first match. Our first match was the Women's U.S. Championship match between Chelsea Green and Mi Chin, a rematch from Saturday night's main event. Most of it was picture-in-picture. I don't really think anything notable happened other than the ending. I did like the ending spot where Mi Chin did a crossbody, but Chelsea Green rolled it through into a roll-up to get the victory. I liked the way that ended. So Chelsea Green retained against Mi Chin, and I think Piper Niven attacked Mi Chin after the match. So, I mean, it was basically just a match we already saw, and nothing too crazy happened in it. The next segment, we had Legado del Fantasma, 8-Town Down Under, Motor City Machine Guns, and Pretty Deadly all backstage arguing to Nick Aldis. Specifically, Grayson Waller of 8-Town Down Under was talking about how they deserve a title shot, and if they don't get it, they could go to Raw. And that just ended up breaking the whole, like, everyone just started arguing. He silenced him. He's like, shush, hold on. And then he basically made 2 tag team matches later tonight, basically like an unofficial tournament probably, for where the winner is going to get a title match against DIY, which that's fine. I love me some tag team wrestling. But yeah, the next segment, Legado del Fantasma versus Pretty Deadly, one of those 2 matches. Helton Prince, he did like this neck breaker type thing. I don't know what it was called. Basically, so imagine I'm Elton Prince. Humberto's on the other side of me right now, right? My chair is the rope. He grabbed him by like the head, and he either did a neck breaker or he just pulled him out because he just went down and he like flipped and everything. I thought that was pretty cool. And also the ending that it ended after Garza tagged in Humberto, and they hit Elton Prince with they hit him with a nasty move. They both had him up for like a gorilla press, and normally for a gorilla press you just throw him down. Well, in this one, they flung him back, and either Elton Prince sold it really good, or he just had a hard landing because it looked rough. And I really liked the way that match ended. And, but yeah, Los Garza defeated Pretty Deadly, which, I mean, that's expected. Next match, Shinsuke Nakamura versus LA Knight for the U.S. Championship. This match was pretty good. Some notable spots. Nakamura untied the middle rope pad, like the pad on the middle rope. That was cool. LA Knight did a reverse Boston Crab, but Nakamura grabbed the ropes. So like a normal Boston Crab, like basically a Walls of Jericho, you have their legs and you're sitting on it. Well, the way LA Knight had it was he was, I don't know how to describe it. Basically just imagine the Walls of Jericho, but the guy was flipped. It was pretty cool looking. Nakamura hit a Kinshasa, but LA Knight put his foot on the rope. Like I told you in the Raw R&R, I love me a good foot breaks the rope spot. Nakamura tried a second Kinshasa to LA Knight, who was in the corner, but he moved, and Shinsuke basically crunched his knee into that exposed turnbuckle. Ouch, that hurts. LA Knight hit a BFT, but Fatu and Tonga attacked LA Knight, ending the match in a disqualification because most likely LA Knight basically shoved Jacob Fatu. I didn't really like that, but like it's a weekly show, it's expected, so maybe there's another match between LA Knight and Shinsuke down the road, or maybe LA Knight's just gonna start feuding with the new bloodline, I guess. So yeah. Fatu, he hit 2 running hip attacks and a BME tonight. And then Cody Rhodes and Jimmy Uso, they came out to save LA Knight, fought Fatu and Tonga again to the outside of the ring. Aldis and other officials came out. And off camera, he told Fatu and Tonga to go home. But Cody's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. They're here. We're here. Why not? We just have a tag team match. And all disagreed with him. So, tag team match between them later tonight. Um, the other half of the matches from tag team matches from earlier, Motor City Machine Guns versus A-Town Down Under. It was a fast-paced match, back and forth. Nothing notable happened. They just did their regular stuff, but it ended after Motor City Machine Guns hit their finisher, Skull and Bones, on Theory, with Motor City Machine Guns winning. Motor City Machine Guns, they're on a pretty good push right now, so I'm not surprised they beat A-Town Down Under. But A-Town Down Under, yeah, they're a good tag team, so I like that match too. Backstage, DIY, they were watching the match and they weren't happy about it since Motor City Machine Guns won. And then Pretty Deadly came onto the camera. They came over to DIY and they were saying, "We thought you had our backs." And Wilson specifically, he said, "We saved you last week. Why didn't you save us?" And Ciampa was getting angry. He was all like, because Ciampa's a little cuckoo in the head. And he almost got in Kit Wilson's face, but Gargano, he was like, whoa, 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 it's fine, Pretty Deadly. You'll get your shots. We promise. We promise. And then they walked off screen. And then Apollo Crews, he walked up to Pretty Deadly. And I think Apollo Crews' gimmick right now, he basically is doing what Karrion Kross did, like, not too long ago, where he just instigates. He just gets in people's head and talks to them, because he basically walked up to Pretty Deadly and he just said, "If you guys are dumb enough to believe what DIY just said, then you deserve everything that's coming to you." And then he just walked off. So, like, okay, sure, cool. And then it cut to Candice LeRae, who walked up to Nia Jax, and LeRae, she said that she just saw Tiffany Stratton head into the ring, and Nia said she wonders what Tiffany's going to say. She should go congratulate Tiffany herself. Which, that's not going to end well, because she did just get cashed in on last week. So, yeah. And then Tiffany Stratton came down to the ring, and she was getting interviewed. And she talked about how in less than a year ago, she made her debut, and at the age of 25, she's won the title and is better than all your favorites. Okay. She continued by saying Nia Jax did not bully her. Tiffany befriended Nia and let Nia think she was a dumb blonde, and as soon as Nia let her guard down, she stole Nia's prized possession, the Women's Championship. And now she's on the tippy top of her game, and to put respect on her name. Yeah. I mean, Tiffany is the champ now, which I'm not the biggest Tiffany Stratton fan. She's not bad in the ring. I just don't really like. I don't like her like that much. I mean, she's a good wrestler, but I mean, I'm never like rooting for you. Go Tiffany, Nia Jax came out, and I found on Twitter what she said, because it got censored on mine. She called Tiffany an ungrateful little shit. Ouch. And she could kill Tiffany, and Tiffany would be nothing for Nia Jax. She made Tiffany. She said that too. I made you, Nia got in the ring and told Tiffany, give her back her title or she'll take it from her. And before Tiffany could respond to that, Bayley came out and told Nia to shut the hell up. Damn. And told Tiffany not forget that Tiffany helped Nia win the belt from Bayley. And Bayley said, if anyone's going to get a shot at Tiffany's belt, it's going to be her. And as you can see, they're doing that one thing where one person's like, I deserve this shot, and the other person's like, no, I do. And then there's like 8 different people out there, because this has happened before. And then Naomi and Bianca come out. And Naomi talks about how she had Nia beat last week, but Tiffany costed Naomi the chance of being a double champ. So if anyone deserves the right, it should be me. It's like the third person that said it in a row. So, yeah. A fight started out with all 4 of them, and they're all fighting, and they're all in a giant cluster. Tiffany gets up on the top rope, hits her moonsault. gets out the ring, takes her belt, and she's up on the ramp, posing with her belt. And then Nick Aldis came out, and he said he has an idea. I'm going to make a fatal four-way #1 contenders match for Tiffany's title. And that match is happening right now. So, yeah. The #1 contenders fatal four-way. It was a chaotic match. It was probably the best match on the card. It was a pretty chaotic match. Some notable spots. There was a double suplex spot where Naomi and someone else, I don't remember who it was, they were trying to suplex Nia, but Nia did a double suplex on both of them, and Naomi kind of got crunched. She kind of got folded. She landed fine, but it looked a little crunchy, so that was pretty cool. And then the Tower of Doom spot, love to see it. Naomi and Bianca were doing the Tower of Doom spot. Nia was gonna hit Bayley with a Samoan drop, but that caused the Tower of Doom, so Bayley took the worst of it. Bianca attempted a KOD to Bayley, but Candice LeRae, who came out earlier to support Nia, grabbed Bianca's hair, and Bianca was pulling it, and as she finally pulled it away, she hit Naomi with a hair whip. Because they're tag team champions. Maybe potentially planting the seeds for dissension there. And then it ended after Bayley hit a rose plant onto Naomi and becoming #1 contender. So Bayley defeated Naomi, Bianca, and Nia Jax. Which is interesting because I didn't think Bayley was going to win. I figured it was going to be Naomi or Nia again. I knew Bianca wasn't going to win. And I didn't think Bayley was going to win, but Bayley won. It's fine. She was the champ going into Mania. Or no, going out of Mania. Going into Mania, it was Io Sky. But, yeah, it was a pretty fun match. Pretty chaotic. Some notable spots. And then backstage, it cuts to Cody and Jimmy, who are getting ready for their match against Fatu and Tonga. And Jimmy, he was starting to talk, saying all this talk about Roman Reigns. And before he could finish, he got cut off by Cody. Cody was saying, I knew this was coming, but I'll worry about that when the time comes. And I'll see you out there, basically. And as Cody walked off camera, Carmelo Hayes walked up to Jimmy Uso, and he told him last week it was 3-on-1, referring to when he did basically the same thing last week, walked up to Jimmy, Jay, and I think it was Cody. I don't remember who all three of them was. But this week, it's just them two. And Carmelo will let it slide. Basically, And then Jimmy, he asked Carmelo, what's that line you always say? And then Carmelo told him it was Melo don't miss. And Jimmy said, with all those bricks, you could build a house. Ouch. that was a pretty good burn. And Jimmy, he had a yeet and then walked off camera. And then Melo, I thought it was funny. Once Jimmy walked off, Melo did that because he thinks he's so tough, but nah. And then after the commercial break, Bayley is told via interview that her match with Tiffany Stratton that she just won is next week. So that's going to be fun. And then the final match on the show, Cody and Jimmy versus the New Bloodline, Fatu and Tonga. It was a back and forth match. Again, nothing notable until Kevin Owens came out and walked down the ramp. And I think this was kind of weird. Cody, he left the match. He wasn't tagged in, but he left Jimmy to go beat up Kevin Owens, and he beating him up to the backstage area, which you don't do that, Cody. You were in the middle of a match. You can wait to beat up Kevin Owens afterwards. Which ended up causing Jacob Fatu hitting the Impaler DDT and then the BME onto Jimmy Uso to get the win. So the New Bloodline win the match because Cody basically left Jimmy hanging. And then it cut to Kevin and Cody, who are beating each other up backstage. And they fight to the production area of the arena, where the ring is. There's a little production area on the side there that's kind of in the crowd-ish. That's where they went to. And they were on top of a equipment crate. and they were beating each other up. And then Kevin Owens headbutted Cody, and Cody backed up. He's like, oh. And then he just fucking ran into him and put both of them through the table. And that is how the show ended. So this show, it had some fun matches. Nothing crazy happened in them, but I feel like it was a building weekly show. It just built up the feuds that are already going on, like the Cody and Kevin Owens feud, LA Knight and Shinsuke, and they also got us a new number one contender in Bayley with Tiffany Stratton. So yeah, this was a fun little SmackDown, especially after the crazy Raw we just had. This is a good SmackDown to even everything out. I think that's about it. I don't think there's anything else like I missed while I was watching it. I don't think. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video off here because I ain't got too much longer, and I gotta get going to work. So I'm gonna try and get this video edited and uploaded today, which I recorded this on Saturday. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I guess until the next video, guys. See ya.